What if everything you've been through wasn't random? What if the silence you feared was never really silence at all? You've cried, you've questioned, you've whispered into the darkness, wondering if heaven still hears you. And just when you thought the story was over, a voice rises above the chaos. Not the voice of the world, not the voice of fear, but the voice of the one who formed you. And tonight, that voice is calling you back. Listen closely, because this message was written for your soul. My child, you are trembling with fear, with confusion, with the weight of a silence you do not understand. But listen to me now. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart. I have never stopped speaking. The wind carries my whisper. The sunrise holds my promise. The tears on your face have touched my throne. And now I speak with clarity. No, I am not done with your life. I never was. I never will be. When you felt abandoned, when you sat in the dark corners of your mind and asked if I had turned my face from you. Remember this? Even when you could not see me, I was surrounding you. Even when you believed I had gone quiet, I was orchestrating the very path that would bring you home. There were moments when you begged for relief, and I seemed distant, but I was never absent. I was never indifferent. I was preparing you. I was guarding you from what you could not see. I was molding your heart, refining your soul, not out of cruelty, but out of love, pure and unshakable. You see only the now. I see the whole of eternity. You see the valley. I see the mountain you will stand on. You see the broken pieces. I see the masterpiece come into life. My child, I do not abandon what I have created. I do not forsake what I have called by name. And you I have called you by name. I have knit you in your mother's womb. I watched over you as you took your first breath. Every step you walked, even those that led you away from me, I have followed with mercy and grace. You thought your mistakes disqualified you. You thought your pain meant I had stopped loving you. But let me tell you something, and let it burn into the deepest places of your soul. There is nothing, no shame, no sin, no sorrow that can separate you from my love. Do you know who I am? I am the one who parts seas, the one who calls light out of darkness, the one who takes dust and breathes life into it. And if I can do all that, don't you think I can rebuild what is broken in your heart? You are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not beyond repair. You are mine. You have always been mine. That voice in your mind that says it's over, that there's no point, that your life has no value, that is not my voice. I am not the voice of despair. I am the voice that says live. I am the voice that says rise. I am the voice that says come home. When I allowed the storm, it wasn't to drown you. It was to teach you how to walk on water. When I allowed the fire, it wasn't to burn you. It was to refine you like gold in the hands of a skilled craftsman. I know you cried yourself to sleep more times than you can count. I know the loneliness felt unbearable. I know the betrayal cut deep. I know the silence scared you. But child, every tear you cried watered the roots of your future. Every silent night carved out a deeper place in you for my presence. Every heartbreak became an invitation for me to enter in. You say, but I don't feel you. And I say, faith is not a feeling. You say, but I don't see the way. And I say, I am the way. Those you say, but I am weak. And I say, my strength is made perfect in weakness. You say, but I've fallen. And I say, then rise again. Do you know the power I've placed inside you? Holy Spirit dwells within you, not because you earned it, but because I chose you. And what I have chosen, I do not unch. What I have begun, I finish. What I have promised, I fulfill. Look again. Look at your life through my eyes. You see a mess, I see a miracle in progress. You see a failure, I see a fighter still standing. You see delays. I see divine timing. You see brokenness. I see a vessel ready to carry my glory. Do not fear the pruning, my child. Do not fear when I remove what you thought you needed. I am not taking to harm you. I am making room for what will bless you. You wanted comfort, but I want transformation. You asked for a path without pain, but I'm giving you a purpose forged through it. When I stretch you, it's because you're growing. When I silence the noise around you, it's because I want you to hear me clearly. When I close doors, it's not rejection, it's protection. You thought I had left, but I was walking beside you the entire time, often carrying you when you could no longer stand. I saw when they walked away from you. I heard the lie spoken about you. I felt your sorrow when no one else did, and still I never left. And now I speak again, not with thunder, not with fire, but with a still small voice. You are not done, and I am not done with you. The very breath in your lungs is proof. The dreams that won't die in your heart, they're seeds I've planted. The fact that you're reading these words now, this is divine appointment. This is me reaching out, lifting your chin, wiping your tears, speaking life. You think you've reached your end, but I say this is a new beginning. Everything you've walked through, every scar, every ache, every setback has been woven into something far greater than you could imagine. My plans for you are not to harm you, but to give you hope in a future. Even now, I am restoring what you lost. Even now, I am mending what was shattered. Even now, I am bringing beauty out of ashes. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of the timeline you created for yourself. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to do. Your story is not over. I am writing new pages, and they are full of redemption, restoration, and joy. Not because you have done everything right, but because my love is relentless. Don't give up now. Don't quit on the edge of breakthrough. Don't silence the song that is beginning to rise in your soul again. Trust me, not just with your words, but with your life. Trust me when it hurts. Trust me when nothing makes sense. Trust me even when you can't see what's ahead. For I am already in your tomorrow. I am the God who holds all things together, including you. Come back to me not because I'm angry, but because I miss you. Because my arms are open wide. Because I long to show you what I've prepared for you. You were never meant to carry this alone. You were never meant to figure it all out by yourself. That burden is not yours. It is mine. Let me carry you. Let me fight for you. Let me be your peace in the chaos. And if you fall again, I will catch you. If you forget again, I will remind you. If you stray again, I will call you back every time. This love I have for you, it's not fragile. It's not conditional. It's not temporary. It is eternal, unshakable, and ever-present. You may not understand why I allowed certain things. You may carry questions that feel like stones in your heart. But know this, I waste nothing. Not one moment, not one wound, not one loss. Everything will be used. Everything will serve its purpose. Everything will be redeemed. Be my beloved child. You ask me why you should never lose your faith in me. Let me answer you not just with words, but with the eternal truth that spans beyond time and space. A truth that has always been and will never change. Because I am faithful even when you are not. Because I am the rock that cannot be moved, the light that darkness cannot extinguish, the love that never grows weary. You see, child, faith is not only for when things are easy. Faith was made for the storm. Faith was made for the valley. Faith is what carries you through when everything else fades, when nothing makes sense, and when the voices of doubt scream louder than the promise. Do not lose faith in me, because I have never lost faith in you. I see what you do not see. I know the end from the beginning. I see who you are becoming, not just who you've been. I see the battles you fought in secret, the courage you've shown in silence, the prayers you whispered through tears. I see how the enemy has tried to cloud your mind, feeding you lies, planting seeds of confusion, whispering to you that you're too far gone, too broken, too broken. But child, that voice is not mine. I do not shame. I do not accuse. I do not condemn. That voice is the enemy of your soul, the one who fears what you are becoming, the one who trembles when you rise in faith, the one who knows how powerful you are when you trust me. Don't let him feed your mind. He is the father of lies. He speaks in distortion, in half-truths, in fear. He uses your wounds to draw you away from me. He twists your pain into bitterness. He whispers that I have forgotten you. But how could I ever forget the one I died for? You are not forgotten. You are not alone in this battle. Do not believe the lie that your prayers go unheard. Do not let him convince you that your waiting is wasted. Every moment of waiting, I am working. Every moment of silence, I am speaking in deeper ways. Every trial is producing something in you that comfort never could. Faith, my child, is not about seeing. It's about knowing. Knowing that I am who I say I am, even when nothing around you looks like it. Knowing that I will come through, even when the deadline has passed. Knowing that I will make a way, even when every door is closed. Hold on to your faith, even when your hands are trembling. Hold on not because you understand everything, but because you trust the one who does. You must never let the devil speak louder than my voice. You must never allow his lies to take root in your heart, because once they take root, they will grow into fear, into anxiety, into despair, and that is not your portion. I did not call you to live in fear. I did not breathe life into you for you to be chained to anxiety. You are mine. My spirit is in you. The same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. Do not forget who you are. The enemy wants to steal your identity. He wants you to question your worth. But listen to me. Your worth is not based on how others treat you or how many times you failed. Your worth is anchored in me, and I do not make mistakes. The devil wants you to give up, to quit, to turn away, because he knows the moment you choose faith over fear, everything shifts, heaven moves, chains break, light enters. That's why your faith is attacked so relentlessly, because it is powerful, because it is dangerous to darkness. You don't need to have perfect faith. You just need to have real faith. Even faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains, because it's not about the size of your faith, but the strength of the one your faith is in. And child, I am strong. I am unshakable. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I know you've been through trials. I know there are wounds that still ache. I know you've questioned why things happen the way they did. But I promise you this, nothing has been wasted. Nothing has escaped my sight. I have caught every tear. I have felt every cry. I have stood beside you when you thought you were alone, and I have carried you when you had no strength to walk. Don't let the devil convince you otherwise. Don't let him redefine your story with fear. Your life is not a tragedy. It's a testimony in progress. Your pain is not pointless. It is the soil where purpose grows. Your waiting is not empty. It is filled with the unseen work of heaven. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. I am the God who redeems the time. I can restore years that were stolen. I can rebuild ruins into glory. I can take the broken pieces of your life and create a mosaic that reflects my beauty. You may not understand how. You may not see the way forward. But child, you don't need to understand everything to trust me. Remember, my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My ways are greater than your ways. I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. And if you could see what I'm preparing for you, you would not lose heart. You would not doubt. You would dance even in the dark. That's what faith is. It's trusting the unseen. It's believing when there's no sign. It's holding on to my promise when everything around you screams the opposite. Oh, how I love it when you choose me anyway. When you lift your eyes and say, "Still I trust you." That is worship. That is victory. That is what makes hell tremble. The devil will try everything to distract you from me. He'll use noise. He'll use fear. He'll use temptation. He'll use your past. But remember this, the battle is already won. I have crushed the head of the serpent. I have disarmed the powers of darkness. I have declared you free. So resist the lies. Rebuke the fear. Return to my word. For every lie he tells, I give you a truth to stand on. When he says you are alone, I say I will never leave you. When he says you are a failure, I say you are more than a conqueror. When he says there's no way out, I say I make ways in the wilderness. When he says you are unlovable, I say I have loved you with an everlasting love. When he says it's too late, I say I make all things new. Never forget who your enemy is, and never forget who your father is. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. Every time you pray, heaven listens. Every time you worship, the darkness trembles. Every time you speak my promises, you are planting seeds of breakthrough. Do not give the enemy space in your mind. Guard your thoughts. Take every lie captive and bring it to me. Let my truth wash over you again and again. You cannot afford to entertain the devil's voice. It's subtle. It starts small. A question and a doubt, a whisper of discouragement. But if you let it stay, it grows. My word is your weapon. My presence is your refuge. My spirit is your guide. Speak my name when you are overwhelmed. Say it out loud. There is power in my name. There is peace. There is authority. Demons flee at the sound of it. Do not look at the storm. Keep your eyes on me. Do not dwell on what you've lost. Focus on what I'm building. Do not listen to the voices of fear. Tune your heart to the whisper of truth. You are walking through fire, but you will not be burned. You are passing through deep waters, but you will not drown, because I am with you, because I am for you, because I have called you by name. Your story is not defined by the attack. It is defined by the author, and I, the Lord your God, am the author. I write redemption into every chapter. I turn mourning into dancing. I take what the enemy meant for harm, and I use it for good. You must not give up. You must not give in. Hold fast to your faith, not because of how strong you are, but because of how faithful I am, even when you're tired, even when you're confused, even when the devil tells you that it's over. I say it's just beginning. Let your faith be fierce. Let it rise even in weakness. Let it be a light that shines in the darkest night. You may stumble, but I will steady you. You may fall, but I will lift you. You may wander, but I will bring you home. The enemy cannot stop what I have ordained. He cannot cancel what I have commanded. He cannot destroy what I have redeemed. So take heart. Keep going. Keep believing, because the one who promised is faithful, and I am not done with you, and I never will be.